@NCERT video welcomes you. Today we are going to start Chapter 10, The Other Side of Zero, Integers. Let's start Chapter 10, The Other Side of Zero, Integers. More and more numbers. Recall that the very first numbers we learnt about in the study of mathematics were the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Then we learned that there are even more numbers. For example, there is the number 0 representing nothing, which comes before 1. The number 0 has a very important history in India and now in the world. For example, around the world we learned to write numbers in the Indian number system using the digits 0 to 9, allowing us to write numbers however large or however small using just these 10 digits. We then learned about more numbers that exist between the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, such as 1 upon 2, 3 upon 2 and 13 upon 6, so on. These are called fractions. But are there still more numbers? Well, 0 is an additional number that we didn't know about earlier, and it comes before 1 and is less than 1. Are there perhaps more numbers that come before 0 and are less than 0? Phrased another way, we have seen the number line like this. However, this is actually only a number ray. In the language we learned earlier in geometry, this ray starts at 0 and goes forever to the right. Do there exist numbers to the left of 0 so that this number ray can be completed to a true number line? That is what we will investigate in this chapter. Can there be a number less than 0? Can you think of any ways to have less than 0 of something? Let's see. 10.1 Bella's Building of Fun. Children flock to Bella's ice cream factory to see and test her tasty ice cream. To make it even more fun for them, Bella purchased a multi-storied building and filled it with attractions. She named it Bella's Building of Fun. But this was no ordinary building. Observe that some of the floor in the Building of Fun are below the ground. What are the shops that you find on these floors? What is there on the ground floor? You can see Bella's Building of Fun here. A lift is used to go up and down between the floors. It has two buttons, plus to go up and minus to go down. Can you spot the lift? Yes, you can see here. Lift is here. To go to the art center from the welcome hall, you must press plus button twice. We can say that button press is plus plus or plus 2. You can see here welcome hall and here art center. Plus button or one floor and again or two floors. Plus plus or plus 2. This is the ground floor where welcome hall is. To go down 2 floors, you must press minus button twice, which we write as minus minus or minus 2. So if you press plus 1, that is, if you press the plus button once, then you will go up 1 floor, and if you press minus 1, that is, if you press the minus button once, then you will go down 1 floor. Lift button presses and numbers. Plus 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 is written as plus 3, minus 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 is written as minus 4. What do you press to go 4 floors up? What do you press to go 3 floors down? To go 4 floors up, you have to press plus buttons 4 times, or it can be written as plus 4. To go 3 floors down, you have to press minus button 3 times, or it can be written as minus 3. Kindly see the Bella's building of 1. Numbering the floors in the building of 1. Entry to the building of 1 is at the ground floor level and is called the welcome hall. Starting from the ground floor, you can reach the food court by pressing plus 1 and can reach the art center by pressing plus 2. So we can say that the food court is on floor plus 1 and that the art center is on floor plus 2. Starting from the ground floor, you must press minus 1 to reach the toy store. So the toy store is on floor minus 1. Similarly, starting from the ground floor, you must press minus 2 to reach the video games shop. So the video games shop is on floor minus 2. The ground floor is called the floor 0. Can you see why? Number all the floors in the building of 1. Did you notice that plus 3 is the floor number of the bookstore? But it is also the number of floors you move when you press plus 3. Similarly, minus 3 is the floor number, but it is also the number of floors you go down when you press minus 3. That is, when you press minus minus minus. You can see Bella's building of 1. Here is welcome hall, food court at plus 1, art center at plus 2, bookstore at plus 3, ice cream shop at plus 4, sports shop at plus 5, spare room at plus 6. Similarly, toy store at minus 1, video games shop at minus 2, cinema at minus 3, ghost house at minus 4, and dinosaur house at -5. A number with plus sign in front is called a positive number. A number with a minus sign in front is called a negative number. In the building of fun, the floors are numbered using the ground floor, floor 0, as a reference or starting point. The floors above the ground floor are numbered with positive numbers. To get to them from the ground floor, one must press plus button some number of times. The floors below the ground are numbered with negative numbers. To get them from the ground floor, one must press minus button some number of times. 0 is neither a positive nor a negative number. We do not put a plus or minus sign in front of it. Addition to keep track of movement. Start from the food court and press plus 2 in the lift. Where will you reach? 1, 2. Plus 2. You will reach bookshop. We can describe this using an expression starting floor plus movement is equal to target floor. The starting floor is plus 1 foot code and the number of button presses is plus 2. Therefore, you reach the target floor plus 1 plus 2 is equal to plus 3, that is bookstore. Figure it out. 1. You start from floor plus 2 and press minus 3 in the lift. Where will you reach? Write an expression for this movement. The starting floor is plus 2. You press minus 3. You will reach on floor minus 1. Expression for this will be plus 2 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 1. To evaluate these expressions, you may think of them as starting floor plus movement by referring to the building of fun. A plus 1 plus 4 will give plus 5. B plus 4 plus 1 will also give plus 5. C plus 4 plus minus 3 will give you plus 1. I am writing the floor numbers here. You can use the building of fun for reference. You can make number system for floors like this and do the addition and subtractions given here. For example, D minus 1 plus 2. Minus 1 is here, plus 2, 1 and 2. The answer will be plus 1. Similarly, E minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1. The answer will be 0, F 0 plus 2, 0 plus 2. The answer will be plus 2. G 0 plus minus 2, 0 plus minus 2. The answer will be minus 2. 3. Starting from different floors, find the moments required to reach floor minus 5. For example, if I start floor plus 2, I must press minus 7 to reach minus 5. The expression is plus 2 plus minus 7 is equal to minus 5. Find more such starting positions and the moments needed to reach floor minus 5 and write the expressions. Minus 5 is here. You can reach minus 5 from 0 using the expression 0 plus minus 5 will give you minus 5. Or you may start from plus 2 as given in the question and to minus 7 like this. Starting is here at plus 2 and minus 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is minus 7. Expression is given here. Similarly, you may start from minus 2 and reach minus 5 by adding minus 3. Minus 2 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 5. Combining button presses is also addition. Gurmeet was in the toy store and wanted to go down 2 floors. But by mistake, he pressed the plus button 2 times. He realized his mistake and quickly pressed the minus button 3 times. How many floors below or above the toy store will Gurmeet reach? Gurmeet started from toy store, then by mistake pressed plus button 2 times, that is plus 2. After realizing his mistake, he pressed minus button 3 times, that is minus 3. That means overall he pressed minus button 1 time. Gurmeet is at the toy shop. You can see Gurmeet is at the toy shop. He pressed plus button 2 times and then minus button 3 times. He is 1 floor below the toy shop. It seems that he has pressed minus button 1 time. Gurmeet will go 1 floor down. We can show the moment resulting from the combining button presses as an expression plus 2 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 1. Figure it out. Evaluate these expressions by thinking of them as the resulting moment of combining button presses. A plus 1 plus 4. Plus 1 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer will be plus 5. B. Plus 4 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1. The answer will be plus 5. C. Plus 4 plus minus 3 plus minus 2 is equal to dash. Plus 4 is here, minus 3, then minus 2, the answer will be minus 1. D. Minus 1 plus 2 plus minus 3. Minus 1 is here, plus 2, that will take you to plus 1, then minus 3. The answer will be minus 2. Back to 0. On the ground floor, Basant is in a great hurry and by mistake he presses plus 3. What can he do to cancel it and stay on the ground floor? He can cancel it by pressing minus 3. That is, he pressed plus 3 once by mistake, then he must press minus 3 to cancel it out. That is, plus 3 plus minus 3 is equal to 0. We call minus 3 the inverse of plus 3. Similarly, the inverse of minus 3 is plus 3. If Basant now presses plus 4 and then presses minus 4 in the left, where will he reach? The answer will be same. He will reach the same floor. Plus 4 plus minus 4 is equal to 0. Here is another way to think of the concept of inverse. If you are at floor plus 4 and you press its inverse, that is minus 4, then you are back to 0, the ground floor. If you are at floor minus 2 and press its inverse plus 2, then you go to minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0, again the ground floor. Write the inverses of these numbers. Inverse of plus 4 is minus 4, minus 4 is plus 4, inverse of minus 3 is plus 3, inverse of 0 is 0, inverse of plus 2 is minus 2, inverse of minus 1 is plus 1. Connect the inverses by drawing lines. Like this. Comparing numbers using floors. Who is on the lowest floor? 1. Jay is in the art center, so he is on the floor plus 2. 2. Asin is in the sports center, so she is on floor dash. Sports center is here. Welcome hall, floor 0. Food court, floor plus 1. Art center plus 2 floor. Bookstore plus 3 floor. Ice cream shop plus 4 floor. Sports center plus 5 floor. 3. Binnu is in the cinema center, so C is on floor. Cinema center is here. C is on floor -3. 4. Aman is in the toys shop. So he is on floor dash -1. Who is on the lowest floor? Lowest one means you can see -3 is the lowest floor and Pinnu is on the lowest floor. Floor +3 is lower than floor +4. So we write +3 less than +4. So we also write +4 greater than +3. Should we write -3 less than -4 or -4 less than -3? If you see here, -4 is less than -3. So this one is correct. -4 is less than -3. Floor -4 is lower than floor -3. So -4 is less than -3. It is also correct to write -3 greater than -4. -3 is greater than -4 or -4 is less than -3. Figure it out. 1. Compare the following numbers using the building of 1 and fill in the boxes with less than or greater than symbol. A -2 and +5. +5 is greater than -2. B -5 and +4. -5 is less than +4. C -5 -3. -5 is less than -3. D +6 and -6. +6 is greater than -6. E 0 and -4. If you see the numbering carefully, you will see that all the positive numbers are greater than 0 and all negative numbers are less than 0. So 0 is greater than -4. F 0 and +4. 0 is less than +4. Notice that all negative number floors are below floor 0. So all negative numbers are less than 0. All the positive number floors are above floor 0. So all positive numbers are greater than 0. 2. Imagine the building of 1 with more floors. Compare the numbers and fill in the boxes with less than or greater than symbol. A -10 and -12. -12 is less than -10 or you can say -10 is greater than -12. B 17 is greater than -10. C 0 is greater than -20. D +9 is greater than -9. E -25 is less than -7. F 15 is greater than -17. 3. If floor A is equal to minus 12, floor D is equal to minus 1 and floor E is equal to plus 1, in the building shown on the right as a line, find the numbers of floors B, C, F, G and H. B minus 9, C minus 6, similarly F plus 2, G plus 6, H plus 11. 4. Mark the following floors of the building shown on the right. A minus 7, B minus 4, C plus 3, D minus 10. Subtraction to find which button to press. In earlier classes, we understood the meaning of subtractions as takeaway. For example, there are 10 books on the shelf. I take away 4 books. How many are left on the shelf? We can express the answer using subtraction. 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. Or 10 take away 4 is 6. You may also be familiar with another meaning of subtraction, which is related to comparison or making quantities equal. For example, consider this situation. I have 10 rupees with me and my sister has 6 rupees. Now I can ask the question, how much more money should my sister get in order to have the same amount as me? We can write this in two ways. 6 plus question mark is equal to 10 or 10 minus 6 is equal to question mark. Here we see the connection between finding the missing number to be added and subtraction. For subtraction of positive and negative numbers, we will use this meaning of subtraction as making equal or finding the missing number to be added. Evaluate 15 minus 5, 100 minus 10 and 74 minus 34 from this perspective. 15 minus 5 is equal to question mark or 5 plus question mark is equal to 15. The answer will be 10. Similarly, 100 minus 10 is equal to question mark or 10 plus question mark is equal to 100. The answer will be 90. Similarly, 74 minus 34 is equal to question mark or 34 plus question mark is equal to 74. The answer will be 40. Teacher's note: in general, when there are two unequal quantities, subtraction can indicate the change needed to make the quantities equal. Subtraction shows how much the starting quantity should change in order to become the target quantity. In the context of different floor levels, what is the change required to reach the target floor from the starting floor? Notice that the change needed may be positive for an increase or negative for a decrease. Your starting floor is the art center and your target floor is the sports center. What should be your button press? You started from the art center and wanted to go to sports center. Art center and sports center. 1, 2, 3. That means you have to press +3. You need to go 3 floors up. So you need to press +3. We can write this as an expression using subtraction. Target floor minus starting floor is equal to movement needed. In the above example, the starting floor is +2, art center, and the target floor is +5. The button press to get +5 from +2 is +3. Therefore, +5 minus +2 is equal to +3. Explanation. Recall the connection between addition and subtraction. For 3 plus question mark is equal to 5, we can find the missing number using subtraction. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. That is, subtraction is the same as finding the missing number to be added. We know that starting floor plus moment needed is equal to target floor. If the moment needed is to be found, then starting floor plus question mark is equal to target floor. So, target floor minus starting floor is equal to question mark is equal to moment needed. More examples. 1. If the target floor is -1 and starting floor is -2, what button should you press? You need to go one floor up, so you should press +1. Explanation: -1 minus -2 is equal to +1. You can understand this using numbers as used in building of 1. Your target floor is -1 and your starting floor is -2. That means you have to move one floor up. The expression is here. -1 minus -2 is equal to +1. A easy way to understand this is if you see 2 minus, make it plus. The answer will be +1. B. If the target floor is -1 and starting floor is +3, what button should you press? You need to go 4 floors down, so you should press -4. Expression: -1 minus +3 is equal to -4. Your target floor is -1 and your starting floor is +3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to move 4 floors down. Expression is here. If you see 1 plus and 1 minus, replace it with minus. It is same as adding 1 to 3. If 1 added to 3, you will get 4. Similarly, if -1 added to -3, you will get -4. See, if the target floor is +2 and starting floor is -2, what button should you press? you need to go 4 floors up. So you should press plus 4. Expression plus 2 minus minus 2 is equal to plus 4. Your starting point is this and target point is this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to press plus 4 buttons. Expression is here. You can replace 2 minus with 1 plus. Figure it out. Complete these expressions. You may think of them as finding the moment needed to reach the target floor from the starting floor. A plus 1 minus plus 4, that is 1 minus 4 is equal to minus 3. B 0 minus plus 2, that is 0 minus 2 is equal to minus 2. C plus 4 minus plus 1, that is 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. D 0 minus minus 2, that is 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. E 4 minus minus 3 is equal to 4 plus 3 is equal to plus 7. F minus 4 minus minus 3, minus 4 plus 3 is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 minus plus 2, minus 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 3. H minus 2 minus minus 2 is equal to minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. I minus 1 minus plus 1 is equal to minus 1 is equal to minus 2. J plus 3 minus minus 3 is equal to 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. Adding and subtracting larger numbers. The picture shows a mine, a place where minerals are extracted by digging into the rock. The truck is at the ground level, but the minerals are present both above and below the ground level. There is a fast moving lift which moves up and down in a mine shaft carrying people and ore. Some of the levels are marked in the picture. The ground level is marked 0. Levels above the ground are marked by positive numbers and levels below the ground are marked by negative numbers. The number indicates how many meters above and below the ground level it is. In the mine, just like in the building of one, starting level plus movement is equal to target level. For example, plus 40 plus 60 is equal to plus 100. Plus 40 plus 60 is equal to plus 100. Similarly, minus 90 plus minus 55 is equal to minus 155. Target level minus starting level is equal to moment needed. For example, plus 40 minus minus 50 is equal to plus 90. Plus 40 is here. and minus 50, minus 50 means plus 50 is equal to plus 90. Minus 90 minus plus 90 is equal to minus 130. You can do these without looking at the mind. How? 60 plus 40 is equal to 100. Minus 90 and minus 55 is equal to minus 155. Plus 40 to minus means plus, plus 50 is equal to plus 90. Similarly, minus 90 and minus plus, that is equal to minus. Minus 40 is equal to minus 30. How many negative numbers are there? Bella's building often had only 6 floors above and 5 floors below. That is numbers minus 6 to plus 6. In the line above, we have numbers from minus 200 to plus 180. But we can imagine larger buildings and mine shafts. Just as positive numbers plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 like that, dash 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 keep going up without an end. Similarly, negative numbers minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, dash 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 keep going down. Positive and negative numbers with 0 are called integers. They go both ways from 0 dash 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 minus 4 minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0 1 2 3 4 dash dash dash. Figure it out. Complete these expressions. A plus 40 plus dash is equal to plus 200. The answer will be plus 160. B plus 40 plus dash is equal to minus 200. The answer will be minus 240. C minus 50 plus dash is equal to 200. The answer will be plus 250. D minus 200 plus dash is equal to minus 200. The answer will be minus 150. E minus 200 minus minus 40. The answer will be minus 200 plus 40 is equal to minus 160. F plus 200 minus plus 40. The answer will be 200 minus 40 is equal to plus 160. G minus 200 minus plus 40 is equal to minus 200 minus 40 is equal to minus 240. Check your answers by thinking about the moment in the mind shaft. Adding, subtracting, and comparing numbers. To add and subtract even larger integers, we can imagine even larger lifts. In fact, we can imagine a lift that can extend forever upwards and forever downwards, starting from level 0. There does not have even to be any building or mine around, just an infinite lift. We can use this imagination to add and subtract any integers we like. For example, suppose we want to carry out the subtraction plus 2000 minus minus 200. We can imagine a lift with 200 levels above the ground and 200 below the ground. Recall that target level minus starting level is equal to movement needed. To go from the starting floor minus 200 to the target floor, that is plus 2000, we must press plus 2200, that is plus 200 to get to 0, and then plus 2000 more about that to get to plus 2200. Therefore, plus 2000 minus minus 200 is equal to plus 2200. Notice that plus 2000 plus 200 is also plus 2200. Try evaluating the following expressions by similarly drawing or imagining a suitable lift. A minus 125 plus minus 30 is equal to minus 125 minus 30 is equal to minus 155. B plus 105 minus minus 55 is equal to 105 plus 55 is equal to 160. C plus 105 plus 55 is equal to 105 plus 55 is equal to plus 160. D plus 80 minus minus 150 is equal to 80 plus 150 is equal to plus 230. E plus 80 plus 150 is equal to 80 plus 150 is equal to plus 230. F minus 99 minus minus 200 is equal to minus 99 plus 200 is equal to 101. G minus 99 plus 200 is equal to minus 99 plus 200 is equal to plus 101. H plus 1500 minus minus 1500 is equal to 1500 plus 1500 is equal to plus 3000. In the above example, we saw that plus 2000 minus minus 200 is equal to plus 2000 plus 200 is equal to plus 2200. In other words, subtracting a negative number is the same as adding the corresponding positive number. That is, we can replace subtraction of a negative number by addition of a positive number. In the other exercises that you did above, did you notice that subtracting a negative number was the same as adding the corresponding positive number? Take a look at the infinite lift above. Does it remind you of a number line? In what ways? Back to the number line. The infinite lift we saw above looked very much like a number line, didn't it? In fact, if we rotate it by 90 degree, it basically becomes a number line. It also tells us how to complete the number array to a number line, answering the question that we had asked at the beginning of the chapter. To the left of 0 are the negative numbers minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. Usually, we drop the positive sign on positive numbers and simply write them as 1, 2, 3 and so on. You can see number line here. Starting from 0, going in both directions. Instead of traveling along the number line using a lift, we can simply imagine walking on it. To the right is the positive forward direction and to the left is the negative backward direction. Smaller numbers are now to the left of bigger numbers, and bigger numbers are to the right of smaller numbers. So 2 is less than 5, minus 3 is less than 2, and minus 5 is less than minus 5. If from 5 you wish to go over 9, how far must you travel along the number line? Starting point this, end point this, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to add 4. You must travel 4 steps. That is why 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Remember, the starting number plus movement is equal to target number. The corresponding subtraction statement is 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. Remember, target number minus starting number is equal to movement needed. Now, from 9, if you wish to go to 3, how much must you travel along the number line? Starting number, target number, moment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in backward direction or minus 6. You must move 6 steps backward. That is, you must move minus 6. Hence, we write 9 plus minus 6 is equal to 3. Remember again, starting number plus movement is equal to target number. The corresponding subtraction statement is 3 minus 9 is equal to minus 6. Remember again, target number minus starting number is equal to movement needed. Now, from 3, if you wish to go to minus 2, how far must you travel? Starting number, target number, moment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is minus 5. You must travel minus 5 steps, that is 5 steps backward. Thus, 3 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 2. The corresponding subtraction statement is minus 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 5. Figure it out. A number line is given here. 1. Mark 3 positive numbers and 3 negative numbers on the number line above. 3 positive numbers can be any number ahead of 0, and you can mark 3 negative numbers behind 0. 2. Write down the above 3 marked negative numbers in the following boxes: minus 9, minus 8, minus 5. 3 is 2 greater than minus 3. Why? Is minus 2 less than 3? Why? You know, numbers to the right are greater than the numbers to the left. So, you can say 2 is greater than minus 3, or minus 2 is less than 3. 4. What are 1 minus 5 plus 0? It will be equal to minus 5. 2. 7 plus minus 7, it will be equal to 0. Minus 10 plus 20, it will be equal to plus 10. 4. 10 minus 20, it will be equal to minus 10. 5. 7 minus minus 7, it will be equal to 14. 6 minus 8 minus minus 10, it will be equal to plus 2. Using the unmarked number line to add and subtract. Just as you can do additions, subtractions and comparisons with small numbers using the number line above, you can also do them with large numbers by imagining a infinite number line or drawing an unmarked number line as follows. You can see here a unmarked number line known as UNL, unmarked number line. This line shows only the position of 0. Other numbers are not marked. It can be convenient to use this unmarked number line to add and subtract integers. You can show or simply imagine the scale of number line and the position of numbers on it. For example, this unmarked number line UNL shows the addition problem 85 plus minus 60 is equal to question mark plus 85 and minus 60 is equal to plus 25. We can visualize that 85 plus minus 60 is equal to 25. The following UNL shows a subtraction problem which can also be written as a missing addend problem. Minus 100 minus plus 250 is equal to question mark, or 250 plus question mark is equal to minus 100. You can see here 250 is here and minus 100 is here. The gap between the two is 350. We can then visualize that question mark is equal to minus 350 in this problem. In this way, you can carry out addition and subtraction problems with positive and negative numbers on paper or in your head using an unmarked number line. Use unmarked number lines to evaluate these expressions. A minus 125 plus minus 30 minus 125 plus minus 30, that will be equal to minus 155. B plus 105 minus minus 55, that will be equal to 105 plus 55 is equal to 160. You can visualize it by drawing a number line. This is 105 and this one is minus 55. From here to here 55 and from here to here 105, or you can say from here to here the gap will be 160. C plus 80 minus minus 150 plus 80 plus 150 is equal to 230. D minus 99 minus minus 200 minus 99 plus 200 is equal to plus 101. Converting subtraction to addition and addition to subtraction. Recall that target floor minus starting floor is equal to moment needed, or target floor is equal to starting floor plus moment needed. If we start at 2 and wish to go to minus 3, what is the moment needed? If you start at 2 and go to minus 3, the moment needed is minus 5. First method, looking at the number line, we see we need to move -5, that is 5 in the backward direction. Therefore, -3 minus 2 is equal to -5. The movement needed is -5. Second method, break the journey from 2 to -3 into two parts. A, from 2 to 0, the moment is 0 minus 2 is equal to -2. B, from 0 to -3, the moment is -3 minus 0 is equal to -3. The total moment is the sum of the two moments, that is -3 plus -2 is equal to -5. Look at the two colored expressions. There is no subtraction in the second one. In this way, we can always convert subtraction to addition. The number that is being subtracted can be replaced by its inverse and then added instead. Similarly, a number that is being added can be replaced by its inverse and then subtracted. In this way, we can also always convert addition to subtraction. Example: A plus 7 minus plus 5 is equal to plus 7 plus minus 5. That will be equal to 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. B minus 3 minus plus 8 is equal to minus 3 plus minus 8 is equal to minus 3 minus 8 is equal to minus 11. C plus 8 minus minus 2 is equal to plus 8 plus 2 is equal to 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. D plus 6 minus minus 9 is equal to plus 6 plus 9 is equal to 6 plus 9 is equal to 15. 10.2 The token model. Using tokens for addition. In Vela's building of fun, the lift attendant is bored. To entertain himself, he keeps a box containing lots of positive red and negative black tokens. Each time he presses the positive button, he takes a positive token from the box and puts it in his pocket. Similarly, each time he presses the negative button, he takes a negative token and puts it in his pocket. He starts on the ground floor, floor 0, with an empty pocket. After an hour, he checks his pocket and finds 5 positive and 3 negative tokens. On which floor is he now? He must have pressed plus 5 times and minus 3 times, and plus 5 plus minus 3 is equal to plus 2. So he is at floor plus 2 now. Here is another way to do the calculation. Plus 5 times and minus 3 times, shown using tokens. A positive token and a negative token cancel each other because the value of this pair of tokens together is 0. These two tokens in his pocket meant that he pressed plus ones and minus ones respectively, and these cancel each other. We say that a positive and a negative token make a 0 pair. When you remove all the 0 pairs, you are left with 2 positive tokens. So plus 5 plus minus 3 is equal to plus 2. We can perform any such addition using tokens. Example: add plus 5 and minus 8. Plus 5, that means 5 green tokens, minus 8, that means 8 red tokens. 5 green and 5 red, that means 0 pairs or they cancel each other, and 3 negative tokens remain, that means 3 red tokens remain, that is equal to -3. From the picture, we see that we can remove 5 zero pairs and we are then left with -3. Therefore, +5 plus -8 is equal to -3. Figure it out. 1. Complete the additions using tokens. A plus 6 plus 4 plus 6, that means 6 green tokens, and plus 4, that means 4 red tokens, that means 10 green tokens or plus 10. B minus 3 plus -2, that means 3 red tokens plus 2 red tokens, that means 5 red tokens or -5. C plus 5 and -7. Plus 5 means 5 green tokens and -7 means 7 red tokens. You can see these tokens will cancel each other. They will form 0 pair and 2 red tokens will remain. The answer is -2. D -2 plus 6. -2, that means 2 red tokens, and plus 6, that means 6 green tokens. These tokens will form 0 pair and 4 green token will remain. That means answer is +4. 2. Cancel the 0 pairs in the following 2 sets of tokens. On what floor is the lift attendant in each case? What is the corresponding addition statement in each case? These 0 pairs will cancel each other. The answer will be -2. The statement or equation will be +3 plus -5 is equal to -2. Similarly, for B, these pairs will form 0 and 3 green token will remain. The equation will be +6 plus -3 is equal to +3. Using tokens for subtraction. We have seen how to perform addition of integers with positive tokens and negative tokens. We can also perform subtraction using tokens. Example: let us subtract +5 minus +4. +5 minus +4 is equal to +1. +5 is here and minus +4, that means 4 tokens have to be removed. Only 1 will remain. The answer will be +1. This is easy to do. From 5 positives, take away 4 positives to see the result. Example: let us subtract -7 minus -5. Is -7 minus -5 the same as -7 plus +5? Yes. You can see from -7 tokens, -5 tokens have been removed. Left is -2 tokens. Example, let us subtract plus 5 minus plus 6. Put down 5 positives like this. But there are not enough tokens to take out 6 positives. To get around this issue, that is, the issue is you have to take out 6 positive tokens from 5 positive tokens. We can put out an extra 0 pair, a positive and a negative, knowing that this does not change the value of the set of tokens. That means you can put an extra pair of a positive and a negative token like this. You can see this will cancel this out. When these two added, it will give plus 6, and you have to subtract plus 6 from it. There will remain minus 1. The answer is minus 1. You can see it here. 5 positives are already there. 1 positive and 1 negative, that means a 0 pair, is kept here so that we can subtract 6 positives. What remains is 1 red token, that means 1 negative. The answer is minus 1. Now we can take out 6 positives, see what is left. We conclude that plus 5 minus plus 6 is equal to minus 1. Figure it out. 1. Evaluate the following differences using tokens. Check that you get the same result as with other methods you now know. A plus 10 minus plus 7. The answer will be plus 3. B minus 8 minus minus 4. Minus 8 plus 4. The answer will be minus 4. C minus 9 minus minus 4. Minus 9 plus 4. The answer will be minus 5. You can try doing this using tokens. D plus 9 minus plus 12. 9 minus 12 is equal to minus 3. E minus 5 minus minus 7. Minus 5 plus 7 is equal to plus 2. F minus 2 minus minus 6. Minus 2 plus 6 is equal to plus 4. 2. Complete the subtractions. A minus 5 minus minus 7. Minus 5 plus 7 is equal to plus 2. B plus 10 minus plus 13 is equal to 10 minus 13 is equal to minus 3. C minus 7 minus minus 9. Minus 7 plus 9 is equal to plus 2. D plus 3 minus plus 8. 3 minus 8 is equal to minus 5. E minus 2 minus minus 7. Minus 2 plus 7, the answer is plus 5. F plus 3 minus plus 15. 3 minus 15, the answer is minus 12. You have to do these questions using tokens. The answers will be same. Example, plus 4 minus minus 6. Plus 4 is here and you have to subtract 6 negative tokens. Start with 4 positives. We have to take out 6 negatives from these, but there are not enough negatives. This is not a problem. we add some 0 pairs as this does not change the value of the set of tokens. But how many 0 pairs? We have to take away 6 negatives, so we put down 6 0 pairs like this. 4 positive tokens are there and you put 6 0 pairs, and from this you can take out 6 negative tokens. What will remain is 10 positive tokens. The answer will be plus 10. Now we can take away 6 negatives like this. Therefore, plus 4 minus minus 6 is equal to plus 10. Figure it out. 1. Try to subtract minus 3 minus plus 5. Minus 3 means 3 negative tokens, and you have to subtract plus 5. For this, you can put 5 positive tokens and 5 negative tokens as 0 pair. And then you can subtract 5 positive tokens like this. What will remain is minus 8, that means 8 negative tokens. The answer is minus 3 minus plus 5 is equal to minus 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 8. How many 0 pairs will you have to put in? What is the result? 2. Evaluate the following using tokens. A. Minus 3 minus plus 10. Minus 3 minus 10 is equal to minus 13. You have to do these questions using tokens, but the answer will be same as mine. B. Plus 8 minus minus 7. 8 plus 7 is equal to plus 15. C. Minus 5 minus plus 9. Minus 5 minus 9 is equal to minus 14. D. Minus 9 minus plus 10. Minus 9 minus 10 is equal to minus 19. E. Plus 6 minus minus 4. 6 plus 4 is equal to plus 10. F. Minus 2 minus plus 7. Minus 2 minus 7 is equal to minus 9. (10.3) Integers in other places. Credits and debits. Suppose you open a bank account at your local bank with the rupees 100 that you had been saving over the last month. Your bank balance therefore starts at rupees 100. Then you make rupees 60 at your job the next day and you deposit it in your account. This is shown in your bank passbook as a credit. Your new bank balance is dash. You already had 100 rupees, then you add 60 rupees. Your bank balance now is 160 rupees. The next day you pay your electricity bill of rupees 30 using your bank account. This is shown in your bank passbook as a debit. Now your bank balance will be 130. Your bank balance is now rupees 130. The next day, you make a major purchase for your business of 150. Again, this is shown as a debit. What is your bank balance now? That is 130 minus 150 is equal to minus 20. Is this possible? Yes, some banks do allow your account balance to become negative temporarily. Some banks also charge you an additional amount if your balance becomes negative in the form of interest or a fee. Your strategic large purchase the previous day allows you to make 200 rupees at your business the next day. What is your balance now? Minus 20 plus 200. That will be plus 180. You can think of credits as positive numbers and debits as negative numbers. The total of your credits, positive numbers, and debits, negative numbers, is your total bank account balance. This can be positive or negative. In general, it is better to try to keep a positive balance in your bank account. Figure it out. 1. Suppose you start with 0 rupees in your bank account and then you have credits of rupees 30, rupees 40 and rupees 50 and debits of rupees 40, rupees 50 and rupees 60. What is your bank account balance now? Credits being 30 rupees, 40 rupees and 50 rupees. That means plus 120 rupees. Debits being minus 40, minus 50 and minus 60. That is minus 150 rupees. Sum of credits and debits will be minus 30. The answer is minus 30. You can solve in another way. Plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 plus minus 40 plus minus 50 plus minus 60. You can see this will cancel out. This will cancel out. What will remain is 30 minus 60 is equal to minus 30. 2. Suppose you start with 0 rupees in your bank account and then you have debits of rupees 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64 and 128 and then a single credit of rupees 256. What is your bank account balance now? Debits 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. You will add, you will get 255. There is another way of adding it. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64 plus 128. 128 plus 2 is equal to 130. 64 plus 16 is equal to 80. 32 plus 8 is equal to 40. And 4 plus 1, 5. If you add these two, you will get 120. Then if you add these two, you will get 250. And when added, will give you 255. Please note that these are debits. And there is a single credit of rupees 256. Your answer will be minus 255 plus 256. This is debit amount and this is credited amount. The answer will be minus 255 plus 256 is equal to plus 1. Your net balance in your account will be plus 1 or 1 rupee. 3. Why is it generally better to try and maintain a positive balance in your bank account? What are circumstances under which it may be worthwhile to temporarily have a negative balance? As you can see, positive and negative numbers along with 0 are extremely useful in the world of banking and accounting. Geographical cross sections. We measure the height of the geographical features like mountains, plateaus, and deserts from sea level. The height at the sea level is 0 meter. Height above sea level are represented using positive numbers and heights below sea level are represented using negative numbers. There is a reason to take sea level as 0 meter because sea level remains constant throughout the world due to force of gravity. The level of water in the sea and oceans remains constant. So, if you want to measure a height of a mountain or depth of a trench or ground below sea, it will be easy if you take sea level as 0 meter. For height above sea levels, positive numbers are taken and height below sea level, negative numbers are taken. Figure it out. 1. Looking at the geographical cross section, fill in the respective heights. You can see height given in meter and sea level is equal to 0 meter. Height of point A will be plus 1500 meter or 1500 meter. Height of B minus 500 meter, or you can say depth of B is 500 meter. Height of C plus 300 meter. Height of D minus 1250 meter. Height of E plus 1250 meter. Height of F minus 250 meter. Height of G plus 100 meter. Teacher's note. Ask what a geographical cross section is by showing the figure in this page. It is like imagining a vertical slice taken out at some location on the earth. This is what would be seen from a side view. Discuss the notion of sea level for measuring heights and depths in geography. 2. Which is the highest point in this geographical cross section? Which is the lowest point? Highest point is point A with height of 1500 meter, and lowest point is point D with height of minus 1250 meter. Three, can you write the point A, B up to G in a sequence of decreasing order of heights? Can you write the points in the sequence of increasing order of heights? In decreasing order, point A, then point E, then point C, then point G, then point F, then point B, then point D. This is written in decreasing order of heights. Its reverse will be in the increasing order of heights. 4. What is the highest point above sea level on Earth? What is its height? Highest point on the Earth is Mount Everest. And its height is 8,848. 5. What is the lowest point with respect to sea level on the ground or on the sea floor? What is its height? The height should be negative. Its answer is Mariana Trench. Its height is 10,984 meter. Temperature. During summertime, you would have heard in the news that there is a heat wave. What do you think will be the temperature during the summer when you feel very hot? In winter, we have cooler or colder temperatures. What has been the maximum temperature during the summer and the minimum temperature during the winter last year in your area? Find out. When we measure temperature, we use Celsius as the unit of measure, that is degree Celsius. The thermometers below are showing 40 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius temperatures. You can see this thermometer is showing temperature of 40 degrees Celsius and this one 15 degrees Celsius. Figure it out. 1. Do you know that there are some places in India where temperatures can go below 0 degrees Celsius? Find out the places in India where temperatures sometimes go below 0 degrees Celsius. What is common among these places? Why does it become colder there and not in other places? They are located much above the sea level on the mountainous region of Himalayas. 2. Leh in Ladakh gets very cold during winter. The following is a table of temperature readings taken during different times of the day or night in Leh on a day in November. Match the temperature with the appropriate time of the day or night. Temperature, time 14 degrees Celsius, 8 degrees Celsius, minus 2 degrees Celsius, minus 4 degrees Celsius. Time 2 am, 11 pm, 2 pm and 11 am. 2 pm, that is in the afternoon, temperature will be maximum. 11 am, that is just before noon, the temperature will be more. Temperature will be minimum after midnight, that is 2 am, and moderate just before midnight, that is 11 pm. Teacher's note. Talk about thermometers and how they are used to measure temperature. Bring a laboratory thermometer to the class and measure the temperature of hot water and cold water. Point out to children that there are markings in the thermometer that are below 0 degrees Celsius. Have a discussion on what 0 degrees Celsius indicates, namely the freezing point of water. 10.4 Explorations with integers. A hollow integer grid. You can see two grids are given here. There is something special about the numbers in these two grids. Let us explore what that is. Top row or the first grid, 4 plus minus 1 plus minus 3 is equal to 0. Bottom row, minus 1 plus minus 1 plus 2 is equal to 0. Left column, 4 plus minus 3 plus minus 1 is equal to 0. Right column, minus 3 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 0. Similarly, for the second grid, 5 plus minus 3 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 3. Minus 8 plus minus 2 plus 7. Minus 8 minus 2 plus 7 is equal to minus 10 plus 7 is equal to minus 3. 5 plus 0 plus minus 8 is equal to minus 3. Minus 5 plus minus 5 plus 7. Minus 5 plus minus 5 plus 7 is equal to minus 10 plus 7 is equal to minus 3. In each grid, the numbers in each of the two rows, the top row and the bottom row, and the numbers in each of the two columns, the leftmost column and the rightmost column, add up to give the same number. We shall call this sum as the border sum. The border sum of the first grid is 0. Similarly, the border sum for the second grid is minus 3. Figure it out. 1. Do the calculations for the second grid above and find the border sum. 2. Complete the grids to make the required border sum. Border sum plus 4. Minus 10 plus 9 is equal to minus 1, and if you add 5 to minus 1 you will get 4. Similarly, You can fill any number of your choice here. For example, I am filling 10 here. So you have to fill 4 here such that these 3 add to give 4. Similarly, 10 minus 5 is equal to 5 and 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Similarly, 9 minus 1 is equal to 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. Similarly, you can fill these two grids having border sum -2, border sum -4. 3. For the last grid above, find more than one way of filling the numbers to get border sum -4. 4. Which other grids can be filled in multiple ways? What could be the reason? 5. Make a border integer square puzzle and challenge your classmates. An amazing grid of numbers. Below is a grid having some numbers. Follow the steps as shown until no number is left. Circle any number. For example, -1. Strike out the row and column of the chosen number. Circle any unstruck number. For example, 9. And this action repeated. When there are no more unstruck numbers, stop. Add the circled numbers. That is -1 plus 9 plus -7 plus -2. 9 minus 1 is equal to 8 and -7 minus 2. That is 8 minus 9 is equal to -1. In the example below, the circle number are -1, 9, -7, -2. If you add them, you get -1. Same steps have been shown here. If you choose any other numbers, for example, I choose 0 first, then 1, then 4, then -6, 0 plus 1 plus 4 plus -6 is equal to 5 minus 6 is equal to -1. Again, you are getting -1. Figure it out. 1. Try a phrase. Choose different numbers. This time, what sum did you get? Was it different from the first time? Try a few more times. 2. Play the same game with the grids below. What answer did you get? For example, I am choosing 1, then 7, then -5, then -11. Sum will be 7 plus 1 plus -5 plus -11. 6 minus 16 is equal to -10. Let's take another number as starting number. 4, -8, -20, and then 16. 4 plus -8 plus -20 plus 16. 4 plus 16 is equal to 20. The answer will be -8. You can see -10 is not equal to -8. For the second grid, let's check. Let's take 2 as the starting number. Then you can take -1. Then you can take -8. Then you have to take -7. Sum will be 2 plus -1 plus -8 plus -7. That will be equal to 2 minus 16 or -14. Let's take another number as starting number. Let's start with 3, then 0, then -6, then -11. Sum will be 3 plus 0 plus -6 plus -11. 3 minus 17 is equal to -14. You can see here -14 in both cases. So the pattern is true here. 3. What could be so special about these grids? Is the magic in the numbers or the way they are arranged or both? Can you make more such grids? This is not a magic. The way they are arranged matters. Figure it out. 1. Write all the integers between the given pairs in increasing order. A 0 and -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. B -4 and 4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. C -8 and -15, -14, -13, -12, -11, -10 and -9. Similarly, you can try D. 2. Give 3 numbers such that their sum is -8. You can take -4 and -4, or you may take -10 plus +2, or you may take -5 plus -3. That will, when added, give you -8. 3. There are 2 dice whose face have these numbers: -1, 2, -3, 4, -5, 6. The smallest possible sum upon rolling these dice is -10 is equal to -5 plus -5, and the largest possible sum is 12 is equal to 6 plus 6. Some numbers between -10 and +12 are not possible to get by adding numbers on these 2 dice. In question, it has been said there are 2 dice, both rolled simultaneously. Numbers that can appear on the first dice can be -1, 2, -3, 4, -5, 6, and similarly on the second -1, 2, -3, 4, -5, 6. When the digits added, you may get -1 and -1, -2, -1 and 2, 1, -1 and -3, -4, -1 and 4, 3, -1 and -5, -6, -1 and 6, 5. Similarly, if 2 is on the first dice, then the sum will be 2 and -1, 1, 2 and 2, 4, 2 and -3, -1, 2 and 4, 6, 2 and -5, -3, 2 and 6, 8. Similarly, -3, 4, -5, 6 may appear on the first dice. Kindly write all the possible sums and find out which number between -10 and 12 doesn't appear. 4. Solve these. 8 and -13 is equal to -5. -8 and -13 is equal to -21. -13 minus -8 is equal to -13 plus 8 is equal to -5. -13 plus -8 is equal to -21. 8 minus 13 is equal to -5. -8 minus -13 is equal to -8 plus 13 is equal to +5 or 5. 13 minus 8 is equal to 5. 13 minus -8 is equal to 13 plus 8 is equal to 21. 5. Find the years below. 1. From the present year, which year was it 150 years ago? If I take present year as 2025, then you have to subtract 150. 12 minus 5 is equal to 7. 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. And 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. 1875 ED. B. From the present year, which year was it 2200 years ago? Hint. Recall that there was no year 0. That means you are living here in 2025, for example, and this is 0. Since it is not present in years, we count. You have to remove 1 year after calculating, and you have to move 2200 behind. That means you can move 2025 here and remaining 175 after that. you will get minus 175. Since there was no year 0, you have to subtract 1 from minus 175. The answer will be minus 176. Another way of doing that is 2200 minus 2025. You will get 175, that will be in negative, and you have to subtract 1. The answer will be minus 176 ED. Since there is no year in negative, so you have to write it as 176 BC. See, what will be the year 320 years after 680 BCE? 680 BCE and 320 years added to it. The equation will be 680 plus 320, or 680 minus 320. The answer will be minus 360 BCE. 6. Complete the following sequences. A minus 40 minus 34 minus 28 minus 22, 6 added to it. You can see in every term 6 is added to the previous one. The next will be minus 16, then minus 10, minus 4, and so on. B 3, 4, 2, 5, 1, 6, 0, 7, dash dash dash. 3 something added gives 4, then 4 something added gives 2, 2 something added gives 5, then 5 something added gives 1, 1 something added gives 6, 6 plus something is equal to 0, 0 plus something is equal to 7, 7 plus something is equal to dash, and so on. Let's check what we can fill here. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, 4 minus 2 is equal to 2, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, 5 minus 4 is equal to 1, 1 plus 5 is equal to 6, 6 minus 6 is equal to 4, 0 plus 7 is equal to 7, 7 minus 8 is equal to minus 1. Similarly, minus 1 plus 9 is equal to 8, 8 plus minus 10 is equal to minus 2, minus 2 plus 11 is equal to 9. Similarly, you can do for more. What you have to fill is minus 1, 8, minus 2, and so on if asked. C dash dash 12, 6, 1, minus 3, minus 6, dash dash dash. 12 plus something is equal to 6. 6 plus something is equal to 1. 1 plus something is equal to minus 3. Minus 3 plus something is equal to minus 6. Let's check what we can fill here. 12 plus minus 6 is equal to 6. 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. 1 minus 4 is equal to minus 3. Minus 3 minus 3 is equal to minus 6. Similarly, minus 6 minus 2 is equal to minus 8. Minus 8 plus minus 1 is equal to minus 9. Minus 9 plus 0 is equal to minus 9. And terms before 12, minus 7, and here 12, then here 19. Similarly, here 19, here minus 8, then here should be 27. So you can fill 27, 19, 12, 6, 1, minus 3, minus 6 is there. Then you can fill minus 8 here, minus 9 here, and minus 9 plus 1 is equal to minus 8. Again, you have to fill minus 9. 7. Here are 6 integer cards. Plus 1, plus 7, plus 18, minus 5, minus 2, minus 9. You can pick any of these and make an expression using addition and subtractions. Here is an expression: plus 18 plus 1 minus plus 7 minus minus 2, which gives a value plus 14. Now pick cards and make an expression such that its value is closer to minus 30. 8. The sum of two positive integers is always positive, but positive integer minus positive integer can be positive or negative. What about a positive minus negative? For example, 17 minus minus 5. The answer is 22. Or 17 minus of minus 20. The answer is 37. Both are positive. The answer will be positive. B. Positive plus negative. For example, 17 plus minus 5 is equal to 12. Or 17 plus minus 20 is equal to minus 3. The answer could be positive or negative. C. Negative plus negative. Minus 2 plus minus 3. The answer is minus 5. Always negative. Similarly, you can try D, E, and F. 9. This string has a total of 100 tokens arranged in a particular pattern. What is the value of the string? You can see these groups of 5 tokens are repeating. That means 100 divided by 5, there will be 20 such groups. These two will form 0 pair. That means these 5 tokens means plus 1. Similarly, these 5 means plus 1, these 5 means plus 1. So you can say plus 1 will appear 20 times. Plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 when written 20 times will give you plus 20. The answer will be 20. 10.5 A pinch of history. Like general fractions, general integers including 0 and the negative numbers were first conceived of and used in Asia thousands of years ago, before they eventually spread across the world in more modern times. The first known instances of the use of negative numbers occurred in the context of accounting. In one of China's most important mathematical works, the 9 chapters on mathematical art, Zhuangzhang Xuanzu, which was completed by the 1st or 2nd century CE, positive and negative numbers were represented using red and black rods, much like the way we represented them using red and green tokens. There was a strong culture of accountancy also in India in ancient times. The concept of credit and debit was written about extensively by Kautilya in his Arthashastra century 300 BCE, including the recognition that an account balance could be negative. The explicit use of negative numbers in the context of accounting is seen in an ancient Indian works, including in the Buxley manuscript from around the year 300, where a negative number was written using a special symbol placed after the number, rather than before the number as we do today. The first general treatment of positive numbers, negative numbers and 0 all on an equal footing as equally valid numbers on which one can perform the basic operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication and even division was given by Brahmgupta in his Brahm-Sput Siddhanta in the year 628 CE. Brahmgupta gave clear and explicit rules for operations on all numbers, positive, negative, and 0 that essentially formed the modern way of understanding these numbers that we still use today. Some of Brahmgupta's keys rule for addition and subtraction of positive numbers, negative numbers, and 0 are given below. Brahmgupta's rule for addition. Brahm-Sput Siddhanta 18.30 628 CE. 1. The sum of two positive is positive. Example 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. 2. The sum of two negatives is negative. To add two negatives, add the numbers without the signs and then place a minus sign to obtain the result. Example, minus 2 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 5. 3. To add a positive number and a negative number, subtract the smaller number without the sign from the greater number without the sign and place the sign of the greater number to obtain the result. Example, minus 5 plus 3 is equal to minus 2. 2 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 1 and minus 3 plus 5 is equal to 2. 4. The sum of a number and its inverse is 0. Example, 2 plus minus 2 is equal to 0. 5. The sum of any number and 0 is the same number. Example, minus 2 plus 0 is equal to minus 2 and 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. Brahmgupta's rules for subtraction. Brahm-Sput Siddhanta 18.31 18.32. 1. If a smaller positive is subtracted from a larger positive, the result is positive. Example, 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. 2. If a larger positive is subtracted from a smaller positive, the result is negative. Example, 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. 3. Subtracting a negative number is the same as adding the corresponding positive number. Example, 2 minus minus 3 is equal to 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. 4. Subtracting a number from itself gives 0. Example, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Minus 2 minus minus 2 is equal to 0. 5. Subtracting 0 from a number gives the same number. Example, minus 2 minus 0 is equal to minus 2 and 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Subtracting a number from 0 gives the numbers inverse. Example, 0 minus minus 2 is equal to 2. Once you understand Brahmgupta's rules, you can do addition and subtraction with any numbers whatsoever, positive, negative, and 0. Figure it out. 1. Can you explain each of Brahmgupta's rules in terms of Bila's building of 1 or in terms of a number line? 2. Give your own examples of each rule. Brahmgupta was the first to describe 0 as a number on an equal footing with positive numbers as well as with negative numbers, and the first to give explicit rules for performing arithmetic operations on all such numbers, positive, negative, and 0, forming what is now called a ring. It would change the way the world does mathematics. However, it took many centuries for the rest world to adopt 0 and negative numbers as numbers. These numbers were transmitted to, accepted by and further studied by the Arab world by the 9th century before making their way to Europe by the 13th century. Surprisingly, negative numbers were not still accepted by many European mathematicians even in the 18th century. Lazare Carnot, a French mathematician in the 18th century, called negative numbers absurd. But over time, 0 as well as negative numbers proved to be indispensable in global mathematics and science, and are now considered to be critical numbers on an equal footing with and as important as positive numbers, just as Brahmgupta had recommended and explicitly described way back in the year 628 CE. This abstraction of arithmetic rules on all numbers paved the way for the modern development of algebra, which we will learn about in future classes. Summary: there are numbers that are less than 0. They are written with a negative sign in front of them, example minus 2, and are called negative numbers. They lie to the left of 0 on the number line. The numbers dash 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 minus 4 minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0 1 2 3 4 dash 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 are called integers. The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called positive integers, and the numbers dash 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 minus 4 minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 are called negative integers. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Every given number has another number associated to it which when added to the given number gives 0. This is called the additive inverse of the number. For example, the additive inverse of 7 is minus 7 and the additive inverse of minus 543 is 543. Addition can be interpreted as starting position plus movement is equal to target position. Addition can also be interpreted as the combination of movements or increases or decreases. Movement 1 plus movement 2 is equal to total movement. Subtraction can be interpreted as target position minus starting position is equal to movement. In general, we can add two numbers by following Brahmgupta's rules for addition. A. If both numbers are positive, add the numbers and the result is a positive number. Example 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. B. If both numbers are negative, add the numbers without the signs and then place a minus sign to obtain the result. Example minus 2 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 5. C. If one number is positive and the other is negative, subtract the smaller number without the sign from the greater number without the sign and place the sign of the greater number to obtain the result. Example minus 5 plus 3 is equal to minus 2. D. A number plus its additive inverse is 0. Example 2 plus minus 2 is equal to 0. E. A number plus 0 gives back the same number. Example minus 2 plus 0 is equal to minus 2. We can subtract two integers by converting the problem into a addition problem and then following the rules of addition. Subtraction of an integer is the same as the addition of its additive inverse. Integers can be compared. Example dash 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 minus 3 is less than minus 2 is less than minus 1 is less than 0 is less than 1 is less than 2 is less than 3 and so on. Or you can say 3 is greater than 2 is greater than 1 is greater than 0 is greater than minus 1 is greater than minus 2 is greater than minus 3 and so on. Smaller numbers are to the left of larger numbers on the number line. We can give meaning to positive and negative numbers by interpreting them as credits and debits. We can also interpret positive numbers as distances above a reference point like the ground level. Similarly, negative numbers can be interpreted as distances between the ground level. When measuring temperatures in degrees Celsius, positive temperatures are those above the freezing point of water and negative temperatures are those below the freezing point of water. For more videos, you can subscribe NCERT video. You can see a game is given here, integers, snakes and ladders. Here dot grid is given. A square grid here, 10 gram here and fractional wall here. Similarly, tiles and space for nodes. You can subscribe NCERT video for more such lectures. Thank you.